Hi guys, I just had to come here and give an update because I've given an update on YouTube and they are just basically not allowing me to share my own content as I see fit. They hold my videos and release them in like a weird order so that it's not like chronologically being released in order. So I just wanted to, for documentation's sake, leave another video on my Insta. You guys know the One Heather GEE Insta account got stolen, right? Someone hacked it and disassembled it and started using it for their own purpose. And then after that, after 2 years of seeing my son Weston 3 days a week in the DCFS office for no reason, might I add. He was 3 days old. They stole him directly out of my vagina and then charged me with child abuse and neglect, literally, for saying that I didn't have medical records, which I did, and I turned into the court. So the court has had all of that evidence. They're super corrupt in this court case. So I'm hoping that someone is supervising because it's just gone on for way too long at my expense. So 8 weeks ago, some guy comes into the DCFS office visit. I have literally sent about 50 emails asking for the judge, the state's attorneys, and my attorney to help me with this. No one will even speak on it. And I'm going to upload copies of the emails here. They literally came into my visit with Weston sitting on my lap and said, "Are you guys swingers? What dick size do you like?" To Xavier and I. So I was like, what's going on here? I was really freaked out. 3 days after that, they asked Xavier to be removed from visits. And it's just Weston and I. Everyone who knows what's been going on knows that I've literally been sexually assaulted and withheld access to my family and my children intermittently. So I'm just really upset about everything that they've done because it's been 6 years since I started reporting on all of the stuff that they were doing. And the resolution is not acceptable. The resolution is just not acceptable, period. Right after they removed Xavier from visits, they started picking on me, which I knew they were going to do. They wanted to be able to say and do inappropriate things to me without having a witness, as per the usual. And as I said, I'm going to upload the proof. I sent literally between 20 and 40 emails to every single person involved, from my attorney to the state's attorneys to the judge. And that was after I was told, when I went in person 3 times to the Ogden Avenue courthouse, that, and this is a direct quote, "The judge nor her staff work here. No line to your case works here anymore. We can't help you. You need to email this person." And I emailed this person. They never even responded back. So it's been nothing but just literal bullshit the entire time, the whole entire time. And now it's been a period of 8 weeks since I've been able to see Weston, or since Xavier's been able to see Weston, 4 weeks since I've been able to see Weston. And I just keep on trying to do the right thing, document. They alleged that I was non-compliant to the services that they ordered. I have had all of the proof that I completed the services uploaded into SharePoint, which is the court system's database, for a year and a half. So that's parenting classes, West Care, task, individual therapy. I don't need these things. I need my family and my children back. I need happiness and safety. I need them to stop stalking me in my apartment. I need someone to be held accountable for the things they've done to me rather than sweeping them under the rug and blaming me for everything. So yeah, it's been 4 weeks since I've seen my 2-year-old son. There is no excuse in the Constitution that could literally give them any sort of coverage for what they have coming. And that's it. It'll go down in history one way or the other that I showed up every single day for my child, that I did everything I was supposed to do for my son. and my other 3 children that I have gone to work every single day, 7 days a week, without exception for the last like 18 months. And that I've just done everything I was supposed to do, you know? They're threatening me at my building. They're threatening me at the DCFS office. It's just not a good situation. So I have no idea what's going to happen after this weekend. I have court again for one situation, May 19th, and for the other one, June 18th. And all I really want to do is live my life and have fun, you know, be with my kids, do fun things. That's it. So, Xavier, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
So, we're working right now. We're doing deliveries, and I have not been doing Uber, which I have a connection from Uber where I pick people up, and I'm permitted to pass like information about what's been going on the case to them, so that they can help me with attorneys and other things like that. They have not been permitting that at all, so I have no like safe passage. There's no one for me to speak with. Like, the only rational conversations I've had in the last like several years have been with my Uber riders. Everyone else is either gaslighting blatantly or, you know, talking about things that make us sound like we're like life's rejects. And I most certainly can only speak for myself when I say I'm not. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not. And so I'm just sticking with it. You know, that's it. I don't have any criminal record. I don't have, you know, any support system who's willing to pay for my life so that I could just stop working. Like, I have to go to work every day. I have to get up and make things happen every single day. I want to go to sleep. I'm fucking exhausted. In the last 6 years, I've been raped. I've been robbed for about $10,000, give or take. I've been human trafficked. I've been human sex trafficked. I've been separated from my family and children. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, what I'm describing to you. I fully expected to go into the court system and for them to be like, oh my God, we're so sorry, and to begin helping me. The fact that this is 2 years in court with not a single unsupervised visit with my son is absolutely unacceptable. So I don't know what they're going to do to me when I go back to court. But they've made a lot of threats, and I don't seem to have adequate defense, you know, lawyers. My defense attorney has strategically made herself like not the attorney when it comes to certain procedures, and she's using the line that I'm my own attorney, which is true. I'm my own attorney because otherwise she wouldn't have asked me specific questions that I needed to share about my case. However, I asked the court system for SharePoint access. SharePoint is the court system's electronic database where they store all of the records, evidence, etc. As a pro se litigant, I am expected to have my own access to SharePoint to review evidence. I don't know if I'm a litigant or a defendant. This is not a criminal case. This is a child protection case, and they're trying to mix in a civil contempt charge, so which I'm not guilty of to begin with. And that's after, as I told you, I went and was told that none of the entire court staff work here anymore, and basically to F off, you know, and they separated me from my 2-year-old son with no other explanation. I perceived there to be imminent threat or danger. It's not a violation of any sort of court order. And it's illegal to charge someone with contempt of court. Contempt of court is if someone blatantly violates an order with ill intention or malice. I believed that everyone involved was in immediate, imminent danger, which means that sharing the information with people who I perceive to be able to help us with the situation is not a criminal charge. On top of that, they love to throw in my face that I have PTSD and anxiety and all this other stuff. Babe, can you see if your hookup at Do Right is there? For chicken sandwiches? That would be good, so that we don't have to go off the meter for dinner time. Okay, for sure. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just working and trying to do my best to not get caught up in the bullying and harassment that they've all begun to do again. They started literally stalking me, sending boxes of HIV testing kits, condoms, and Bibles to my house in bulk. and they locked my Facebook account after throwing away my children's physical baby book copies and leaving me. That's all I had. That's literally all I had. I was the type of mom, or am the type of mom, that puts the umbilical cord on the baby book and tapes it onto there. And they threw my kids' baby books into the trash. So all I have left is what I have on Facebook, which is like 20 years ago is when I got my Facebook. I've used the same Facebook for 20 years, and they fucking locked me out of it and changed the login password. So I've been in a recovery mode for the Facebook. I use the same profile picture that I use here. But it's like, that stuff means a lot to me. My children mean a lot to me. Like, if they ask what's the best therapy that I could have to get through this, it's obviously like love, support, put on a funny movie, watch a cartoon with my children, eat something delicious with them, take them to the park, go to the beach, like go have a staycation at one of the many amazing hotels that Chicago has to offer. Like, that's what I need. And they're consistently giving me stress, giving me headache, giving me threats, giving me, basically everything other than what I need them to give. So I'm just, as I said, I'm staying consistent, I'm staying focused, and just doing the same thing over and over and over again, with kind of refinements and just remaining consistent. Yes, doing the same thing over and over is the definition of insanity. However, doing the same thing over and over again is also how you get good at it. So I'm tired of leaning into all of these metaphors that don't work for my situation. I'm a grown woman. I have 4 children. I'm literally menstruating right now. Xavier is not the woman in this relationship. I am. I gave birth to my children out of my uterus. And wait till you guys see this. Hold on.
Are you going to park on this street?
Hold on. They've allowed them to start again with the harassment. They're telling me, this is someone who texted my phone this morning telling me that Weston is being used by the government and other people to be sold for profit and put up for adoption as a surrogate child. I didn't have Weston as a surrogate child. Weston is my son. I gave birth to him. He came out of my body, and I have no plans on putting him up for adoption. I don't break the rules or the laws. I don't bother anyone. The things that they've done to me have been nefarious, and they deserve to be held accountable for them. My actions and behaviors are not nefarious to anyone. No one. Their actions and behaviors are really, really nasty and mean and just disgusting altogether. So that's where we're at. Heather Gillespie. If you guys have been following this entire time, I want to thank you very much. Anyone who's been following since the initial harassment and extortion by Detective David Shepard, when he told me if I did not steal a laptop computer with fraudulent information in it on his behalf and bring it to him so that he could find out what some group was doing, that he'd take my kids to the DCFS. That was the beginning of all of this for me. And in the beginning, in the first 5 years, Dylan kept me safe and protected. And when Dylan and I broke up, all hell started breaking loose. I started getting assaulted. I started getting raped. And Dylan used to always say to me, trust me, you want me on your side with all of this. I literally don't even know what to say. Like, that was the understatement of the year. If the only way I could not be raped, robbed, sexually assaulted in other ways, have my belongings stolen from me, and be separated from my family, like, that's fucked up. And as I said, I've gone to law enforcement. I've gone to the FBI. I'm active in court right now. No one has helped me with any of it. None of it. And they're threatening to evict me on Friday. So I hope you guys are doing well. As I said, I'll continue to periodically update. If you have any assistance that you could provide with regards to maybe another set of attorneys, advocacy, that would be extremely beneficial to me, and I would be ever so grateful. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day.